Hi angels, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is going to be about TTC at 35 years old, right? If you all see me looking away, it's because I have the topics written down in an order to give you all the juice as everything took place, right? So, it was a few days after my 35th birthday, and my hubby and I had discussed having a child together. However, we thought it was going to be easy, seeing that I already had three children prior, and he had none, still young, and feel well, this is just going to be easy. So, here we go. The first month, the girl went, get your vitamins for both me and hubby, got certain things to help with the process. And we was like, yeah, hopefully, we knew that it wasn't going to happen right away. But we was like, let us at least try to get prepared in some form of way for having a child. Okay, first month of TTC, and it went good. Okay, it didn't happen. Second month, third month, fourth month, nothing didn't happen. By the fourth month, I became worried because I was wondering, now I'm 35 years, if it is, I reached that age of, don't not put having enough eggs, or if I started even asking myself, am I able to get pregnant and at this age? Because within doing research, they say try to have children before the age 35, and the older you get, it's the more difficult, and sometimes time you reach a certain age you may not, so all the ideas and all the different things going through my mind, and I like, wow, you know Abby was like, probably we should just, you should take it down, you're stressing, it go happen. And I was like, nah, it's on 4 months, what's going on? And I put him sit down, and I was like, I'm going to be 36, and I do not want to try. We had the discussion before, but I brought it back again. I do not want to try at the age of 36 to get pregnant. So I need to, if it's going to happen, it needs to be between that age 35 going on 36 gap. I do not want to cross it. So I was like, well, okay, so what do you think we should do? So I had no clue about some of these things that I'm going to tell you all. I went on do researches and on Google and YouTube, and type in how to get pregnant at 35, how difficult it was for ladies to get pregnant at 35, and as you're going into getting busy mood, and I came across a lot of videos talking about TTC and how to do it the right way, and how to track your ovulation and stuff like that. Mind you, I have three children before. The youngest was 11 at the time. So I never had no complications or anything with getting pregnant. I had no clue what half these things is about. I didn't even too sure. I know about ovulation, but I didn't know when, or I was ovulating, or if and I was ovulating, and how much eggs and all these things. I had no clue. So when I reach on and notice the whole wide range of getting pregnant, it was so amazing to me. So I decided, well, okay, they say you can go and buy these ovulation sticks to test So I started with the ovulation sticks. Angels, you go spend money and go and buy the little kit, and say, well, right, I will get it done pack the first time. Me no know nothing about people think. So I just getting up in the morning, doing what they say, go pee on these sticks, take a picture, download it in the app. That's like you go on Google all that, done research all that, download the app, ovulation app, put it in the app, and I decided that yes. So thing, my new one important thing I missed and forget was this you have to start within a certain time after the period. So I was like, I completely missed. So as soon as my period was over, I started with these ovulation sticks. So the first month, nothing didn't change, nothing didn't look different to me. I think we still to see hubby and I, and nothing happened. So month 2. So remember we tried for 4 months. This is the 5th month when I bought the first set of ovulation tests and nothing happened. So now the 6th month and a girl like, alright, 4th, 5th month, okay, I got it down pack. So I used to buy the little sticks to dip, right? And it was a bit difficult for me to read it, to be honest, because the ratings go up and down, and it was, when I take the picture in the app, it will go up and down, and I started to get frustrated. I was like, this ain't working. So I tell myself in the 6th month that here what? I was watching a video on YouTube, and this YouTuber talk about going in and getting the digital ovulation sticks, and she posted it, and she was speaking about how it reads and it tells you whatever. But I was like, okay, I didn't know it had digital. So I got up, bathed, got dressed, and head out to the stores looking to get these digitals, because I was like, this is going to make my life a whole lot easier. So I went into the pharmacy and I asked for the digital ovulation test sticks. And if you're all hearing anything, it's the baby. He is currently sleeping behind me. So you may hear him coughing, or you may see him at some point during this video. So yeah, I decided to buy the digital. When I went, they say it's clear blue digital. It has 2 type of clear blue digital. It has the pink one and it has the purple one. Well, I can't remember what color I saw in the YouTube video. Hi, Baba. This is baby. This is baby. Yes, say hi. Hi, angels. Hi. Come, Mama. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Yes. So as I was saying, I couldn't remember which it was. Was it a blue? Was it a pink? Was it a purple? But at the pharmacy, they had 2 types, a pink box and a blue box. The young lady was like, which one do you want? I read the instruction on both, but still wasn't quite sure which one I wanted. So I told her, I'll take the both. I'll take two of them. So she's like, okay, no problem. Purchase it, come back home, show it to hubby. Was excited, to be honest, when I purchased it. And although it wasn't the time to start trying or to test for ovulation on the box of the ovulation kit, on the kit, the clear blue kits, I still take one out of curiosity just to see if these things are working. So I get up in the morning, use the first morning urine because that's what the box said to do, dip it, put it into the canister, and just as expected, a circle, plain circle showed up. And the instruction says, as long as you see a plain circle, that means you're not ovulating. Don't do, it's not going to happen, whatever. So I was like, well, okay. So I said, well, all right, see it working. I'll wait the recommended. Yes, so hubby is wondering now if it is he will be able to have a child, and I'm wondering if it is I'll be able to give him this child that he wants so dearly. And at this point we are nervous, and it so happened that the next morning I received a call from the laboratory that hubby went to, and they informed me that I will receive the sperm analysis test via email within a few hours, and if we want the original printout, we can come in the following morning. And they wanted me to book enough time to come in to read and go through the analysis, or if to do it over the phone. So I confirmed with them that okay, we will come in what time the next day, and so forth like that. However, they sent it to my phone, and I could understand a little bit from what it is I saw on YouTube, but I wasn't too sure on the percentage and stuff. So again, I turned to famous Google, the world doctor Google, and looked up, and I still wasn't too sure with the answers and stuff, because again, with the different laboratories, they do things differently. So that is basically what Google was trying to tell me. So at one side it was saying it's good, the next side was saying it's not good. So I had no proper confirmation. However, I didn't tell hubby anything, and I told him we will go the next morning for the results, and he was wondering if what that means, if it's good, if it's not good, stuff like that. And so yeah, we wake up in the morning and we head off to the laboratory and met with the doctor, and he basically told hubby that all his blood work came back good. He just had, I think, one problem with um his calcium or something was a bit low, but other than that everything was fine. He's healthy, stuff like that. You tell him just get some calcium tablets, so stuff, and eat a little bit to bring up calcium. And now it's time to get into the sperm analysis, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It came back, the percentage was a bit, the amount of sperm was a bit on the lower side. And he had a high quality number of sperms, but it was still on the lower. The swimmer the swimmers wasn't swimming as fast as they should. And he explained the whole thing to us, and we was like, hubby was a bit heartbroken, I was a bit heartbroken, but it was like, it ain't nothing that he can fix. It's something that is a quick fix. It's nothing, like nothing is wrong with him. They say even the morning of when he went in to give his samples, it may have had a little, uh, you know something ain't going on right or anything like that. So there was like, it's nothing that we can't fix. And they tell him what to do. They give us some vitamins. They give him some vitamins to take. Well, him, not me. Him some vitamins to take and tell him what to do. Tell him about the proper undergarments to wear and stuff like that. And they told us the following month what day and time to come in to do another one and stuff. So hubby was like, okay, fine. The following, no, that same evening after the sperm analysis, I received a call for my results, and because I just went and had blood work done, and as a woman and had a pap smear done and stuff like that, and doctor called. They asked me if it is, I want to come in or we can have a discussion over the phone. And I was like, I'm fine with over the phone. Hubby was home at the time, so we was fine with over the phone. They said they'll email me all the results and stuff. So we had a discussion, and it was like, everything is fine with you. The pap smear came back good, your blood count, everything looks good, and yeah, you should be fine. Hubby was kind of sad, but he was like, it's on me, guys and stuff. And I reassured him and love him up and tell him, hey, there's nothing that's gonna fix, your wife got you and stuff like that. So we went on to the other month. He did what he had to do during the month, eat a lot healthier. He makes sure and take his tablet. Well, I make sure he take the tablets that they requested. I get him the vitamins that they requested and stuff like that. So I make sure he take it in daytime. I make sure to let him get his rest and stuff like that during that month. That month we didn't TTC, we didn't try. That month we decided to just let him do what he had to do, let his body do what it has to do. So we didn't TTC, and yeah, he went on to do the another sperm analysis and aced it, guys. Girlies, angels, he aced it. It was over and above what the doctor was looking forward to. And yeah, we were excited, but although we didn't TTC during that month, I still tracked my ovulation and to see and how everything was going. We just didn't have any intercourse that month while she was resting. So yeah, and it came back and we was all excited. I was like, hey, we're gonna get this rolling. And yeah, so Abby was good. He was happy. Akil happy. We say, well, okay, we're gonna make sure and do this the right way and stuff. And the doctor recommended to me that, just relax and enjoy it. And the officer said, yeah, you can go ahead with your ovulation to just make sure when you're ovulating it's all fine. But just try to relax and enjoy my husband and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's what I did, and it was all fine. Everything went nice that month and stuff like that. And boom, we come around to 9 DPO, and I am now ready and eager to test. So the morning of 9 DPO, I dipped the stick, nothing. I dipped the night of 9 DPO, and I could have sworn I saw a line. And there's where I'm going back to when I mentioned earlier about line eyes. So I could have sworn I saw a line, and I was all excited, and I bring the little stick and I showing him. He was like, have a line, and he watching and he squinching and he's like, no baby, don't have a line. I was like, but look the line right there. He's like, no baby, don't have a line. I was like, well, if you can't see it, I can see it. He's like, okay, it's in the morning, So I get up 10 DPU, dip, and I could have still see, swear, I seen the line. So I go on again and I tell him, I said, babe, I'm not seeing anything. I was like, well, all right. So I dip lunchtime again, 10 DPU, and I see the line and looking like darker to me. Not mind you, I am sticking it into my book. So to me, I can see it. So my sister was home by me at the time. So I was like, I went to her and I was like, could you see a line? She was like, yeah, nothing there. And I was like, but I'm seeing a line. So I'm now thinking to myself, well, how do I can see it? And I can see it. So I was like, okay. Then I remember the video of the lady speaking about lion eyes. So I was like, girl, then you gotta have lion eyes. So I was like, 10 DPU, 11 DPU, 12 DPU. Well, on the morning of 12 DPU, I was really, really excited because at this time I was like, okay, I'm not going to use just the little strips. I'm going to use one of the solid pregnancy tests. And I had clear blue. I had the clear blue. I had first response, and I had a CSC brand pregnancy test. So I said I'll dip one of these CSC brand pregnancy tests, and I dipped it. And upon dipping it, I pressed it down and I turned away. I turned my mind away because I was like, if this come up negative, I'm not going to dip another test. I'll wait until 13 DPU or 14 DPU before I can test again. So I dipped it and it came up plain right out negative. And I was sad. I sat in the bathroom a bit and I cried. I was like, wow, what's wrong? And stuff like that. And I went and I talked to hubby and he was like, babe, it's okay. It's okay. It's the first month since, he had this sperm analysis and everything in the month. It's just 1 month and it's okay and stuff like that. But, he was trying to support me. But I was sad the whole day. I was really moody and just sad because I started to wonder and I started to look at more YouTube videos and stuff, and I came across somebody speaking about how you could have clogged tubes and stuff like that. And I was like, well, maybe I do have a clogged tube and maybe I need to go and do another intense test on myself to see what's going on. And I went ahead and I did that, and lo and behold, yeah, they said that, I did an ultrasound and stuff, and they said that they can see some discrepancies and stuff like that and thing. And I was like, well, okay. And I came home and I told hubby, and I get a bit sad, and I was like, well, and I continued watching YouTube videos, and also it had a business that I used to follow who used to a herbal business, and she made something called the womb tea. And I reached out to her and I told her about my journey and stuff, and I booked an appointment to go down to see her and stuff. At this point, it was not only about it wasn't about just trying to TC anymore or anything. It was knowing that something is wrong with me. And I was like, okay, let me go and get, because that was it. Hubby was like, babe, you need to make sure you're good. I am okay. We got 3 kids, and you have to make sure you're good and healthy and stuff like that and things. So I went in and I met with the person and I bought the tea named the womb tea. And on her page it had it had stories on ladies who conceive and stuff like that. So I bought the womb tea, and she was telling me about something for hubby, but I didn't get it. Seeing that hubby's sperm analysis had came back good prior, I told her if after taking the womb tea and stuff, nothing in happen and trying to TTC and stuff, and I go back to my doctor and he let me know nothing has changed or anything like that with the medication he gave me and what it is you gave to me, the womb tea to help cleanse, then probably I'll get the tea and different things for hubby. So I got the womb tea from her, and I also got something again called the pearls, that to say I wasn't too sure about these pearls to put in to cleanse, but I got it because again I'm desperate, so desperate measures, different action call for desperate measures. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to try this. And I did. And first she advised me to drink the tea hot, at least 2 to 3 times a day. And, when to take the pills After my cycle, she said to take the pills, put it in the night, and you know, remove it in the morning and stuff like that. So I did all of it. I did what she said. I drank the tea. The tea wasn't bad tasting at all. I actually fall in love with the tea, and I used to drink it, you know. And yeah, I was good. So the whole time, you know, then baby girl showed up again, and I was like, okay, you know, I did wait until she leave, and I did the pulls the couple days after she left, what was recommended by the herbalist, by the, and I, yeah, I put in the pearls and take it out and was amazed on, you know, what came out, you know. And I was like, wow, this thing had to do something. It had to clean me out. And, you know, I felt different with drinking the tea and everything like that. So I was ready for the next month to TTC, and, you know, I checked my ovulation and everything was, I was ovulating around the same time every month and stuff like that. So, you know, and I informed the doctor of that when I went in, and he was like, well, okay. And he was like, probably overstressed then and stuff like that. And he told me take it easy. He also gave me the antibiotics to take, and then I was taking that along with the womb tea and stuff. So the another month I was like, well, I'm good. I'm supposed to be good. Went back into the doctor. Did did the tests all over, the blood work and the ultrasounds and all the different tests, and was waiting on results, and was still drinking the womb tea a couple days, you know. Yeah, because when I was on the medication, I didn't drink the womb tea. I drink it only when I was off of the medication that the doctor prescribed, which was just a couple days. So I was like, well, okay, you know, um yeah, let me drink this womb tea and just relax as the doctor told me to. And he called with the test, with the results from the test, and he told me that I needed to come in and if I could have my husband come in as well. So I was like, well, okay. Then give me until over the phone. So I didn't know if it was good, bad. I was trying to find out over the phone because, you know, we eager. Ladies, we are all eager. And he was like, no, you know, he'll give the results when we come into his office and stuff like that. So we booked an appointment and we went in, and unfortunately nothing changed. Nothing changed, and um he was the doctor at the time recommended that he's like, nothing really changed, and it's not something that is really bad that is wrong with you, so probably we can do this minor operation where he will take my husband's sperm and insert it on the time that I'm ovulating. But yeah, he was telling me about it and stuff. And while I was in the office, I asked him, I was like, but even if you do that and it still has that little problem, I was doing research and I look up at YouTube and I saw somebody speak about the HSG test. Um, and I think I'm interested in doing that first before I have any, you know, you inseminate me. I would prefer if it is, you know, we do this first. And he was like, oh, sure, yeah, you know a lot. You do a lot of research. And I was like, yep, I've been researching and I've been Googling and YouTubers and everything like that. And I said to him, and well, his laboratory didn't do HSG. So he gave me the prescription and to a laboratory and to carry for them to perform the HSG. And when, so I called them, and it so happened that my cycle was about to start a couple days. So when I called, they informed me that I have to do it after my cycle. So the lady asked me to call her back the morning of my cycle, or when my cycle starts. So she was like, if it start the night before, when girly girl come, if girly girl come the night before, to call the morning of, or if it comes during the day between the hours and 8 a.m. and 4, I can call and let her know. So she'll know when to book, because she has to book right after girl leaves. You need to do the test. So I did that. I called her and let her know when girl start, and she booked me 7. She said 7 days. She asked me how long it lasts, and she checked, and then she said, okay, you're coming on the 10th day, so you'll count after the girl leave. So the day it starts and count 10 days. So my however long a cycle lasts, on the 10th day after that. So including your cycle time. So she checked it and she booked me, and I went in. Again, I researched again before, because she told me before I come in, I could or I may not need to take any form of pain medication. She told me to walk with a panty shield, and she also told me that they will give me something, that pain medication also, that may make me drowsy. So if I'm driving, have a driver on hand, or if I'm traveling, I should be good. But seeing that is my first time having it, she will recommend that somebody come along with me, or have somebody come pick me up after the procedure. So I was like, okay, and I decided to that somebody come pick me up after the procedure. Went in for the procedure. But when I did my research, I had somebody on YouTube who recommended taking painkillers. So they said to take some painkiller before you go, to help with the pain, to manage the pain whilst, so I get nervous and I was frightened, and I was like, oh my God. And then on the app that I used to scan and all my tests, the app had a chat. It had a chat, and in the chat, you can put in your information, and I put in HSG, and I was talking to the ladies, and some of the ladies who had HSG done, they said that it was painful, and they was in discomfort, and they bled for a day or two and stuff like that. So I put a lot of lady girlies, angels, do not do that. I recommend do not do that, because everybody experience is different. All that did was give me a lot of anxiety, and my mind was all over the place, and I was nervous and shaky the morning of going in to get this operation done. And so I went for the operation, and well, let's say reach half an hour before you start. So I got there, do whatever paperwork and stuff I had to do, change down, just from the waist down, and put on one of their gowns. And yeah, then one of the nurses, she came and she took my pressure, and she gave me the pain medication and some water, and she told me relax and to try and, when I finish with the pain medication, try go clear my, don't don't stress, and if I want to clear my bladder, I could, if I feel like, if I needed to go, or even if I don't and they see anything, it shouldn't hamburg the test. And if the doctor performing the test need me to go, they will inform me. When I go into the room, she will tell me when she examine me. So I was like, well, okay. I take the test, the painkillers, and I went in to do the test, and the doctor examined me. She felt my belly and stuff like that, and she was like, well, okay, your belly. She just feeling to make sure I have no pain in my stomach area and stuff like that. I told her no, and then it was time to put my legs up and start the procedure. And at that time I was shaking and I started to cry. And the doctor, she was so nice. She was really, really nice. And she reassured me. She said, okay, you want me to stop. She take my foot back down out of the, and she was like, let me calm you down. Let me talk. And she talked to me. And she said, I did it 100 times. But the experience is different. I'm not going to tell you, you're not going to feel anything. But you just may not, seeing that you had kids before. Or, it may be that it hurt, but you can let me know and I will take it easy. And I'll stop. And she really was really, really nice. And she talked to me and stuff, and she calmed me down and I was okay. And we went back up, sat back up, and she inserted the instrument, and she told me, well, okay, you at first you're just going to feel a bit of discomfort here now because I'm inserting the instrument. And she did that. And after she did the instrument, she said, well, okay, I'm starting now. Take a deep breath in and out. And I did that, and she started. Now, angels. Bring baby. Baby boy wants to come by mama. So, yeah. Come, mama. Oh, stay. You're good. You went outside with your dog? You went outside? You want to go outside? You want to go outside with the dog? Yes? Say hi. Say hi. Say baby. Say hi. You want to go sit outside? You want to go outside? Sister, can you on the balcony? No? Yeah. So, yeah. So she did it, and it was uncomfortable. It was a bit painful, but I stick it. She asked me if to stop at one point, and I told her no. So I just grabbed onto. I had my rag, and I grabbed onto the rag, and I put it in my mouth, and I was biting down, crunching down on that rag. If the rag could have screamed, it would have been, "Woman, you are touching me!" But and I bite down on it, and I breathed through it. And it didn't no time, it was over. And she told me to at one point during the HSG, she told me that I may have had, well, she noticed, and she think, as obviously in the report that the doctor said, it said it had a little blockage of one of the tubes. And when she asked me if I wanted her to try to push the substance that they use through to see if she'll get it to clear, if she'll get the ovaries clear, and to make sure that it's flowing out of both ovaries clearly and freely. So she did that, and that is when I was clenching down on the rag, because that was the only painful part, when she pushed it a little, pushed the substance a little faster. And yeah, it was done. She told me wait for the results and stuff. She showed me on the monitor my ovaries and everything. That's the first time I saw my ovaries, and I was like, wow, blown away. And yeah, she was like, she get changed and meet her back in her office within half an hour to stuff like that. And I got up and I went and I changed, and it was so nice. The office was so nice that after, when I finished, they had some cold juice waiting for me, because there was like so I was given some cold juice to help. They asked me if I wanted tea juice or anything like that, but I wanted some juice, and they gave me that, and they gave me a little hot pack to compress on my stomach, just for the discomfort and stuff like that. So I did it. And well, the doctor saw me faster than the half an hour that she said I would have to wait for her to print the report and stuff. And I went into her, and she was talking to me, and and I opened up to her and told her that I was trying to conceive, before the whole thing, and getting to find out that one of my tubes was blocked and stuff like that. And she was like, darling, next month you're going to conceive. So now this would have been the 8th month, and she was like, darling, next month you're going to conceive, no doubt, because I of after this test, you know, you're gonna be good and you will conceive next month and you'll come back for me to do the ultrasound. And she was all excited. She was like, you'll come back to me, right? And I will do one of the ultrasounds for you and stuff like that, because yeah, it would have been a good. So I was like, well, okay, great. She told me what to take. She gave me some antibiotics to prevent any infections and stuff, and some painkiller to go home with. I called my ride and I was home. I really didn't have. I had pain, but I had no bleeding at all. I had discomfort and pain the evening of. I had no bleeding, and I found it. I was wondering if it is, it's just me, but some of the YouTubers, they said they had no bleeding also. So I was like, well, okay. I took the pain medication and stuff, and the next morning I was fine. I had no more pain, down there. Didn't feel sore or anything like that. And I was like, well, okay. And now my start tracking ovulation was the following morning. Right. Excuse you, baby boy. You okay? You okay? Yeah. So it was the following morning, and I started to track, and then I got my peaks, and hubby and I did what we had to do. And my doctor had recommended, so this is what I did differently the month after I did the HSG this same month. And my doctor had recommended that we do not have intercourse until I am ovulating, until I get the smiley face. So I didn't have no intercourse prior to that. And he was so, excuse you. So he said, don't have any. So we didn't. That month on the ECG, after the HSG, unfortunately, I didn't conceive. And I was crushed, but I was determined. And I called the doctor, and she was like, okay, so, that's fine. It has next month. You still have a couple more months before you turn, the big 3-6. You'll be fine, you got a couple more months to go and stuff like that. And she talked to me and she reassured me, and then she is there. She also recommended the same thing that my doctor previously told me to try, and not to have intercourse prior to having the test done, or not having the test done prior to the smiley faces. So I was like, well, okay. But she also recommended that if it is, I can lay down a bit longer, and if it is, I can just relax for about half an hour to 45 minutes. Bless you, boy. Half an hour to 45 minutes after the test. So I did that. So I told her I would do it. So she was like, okay. She also told me, because I was already taking vitamins, so she also asked me to, when I take the vitamins on a morning, to drink warm tea. And I mentioned to her about the warm tea that I had, because I had stopped taking it. And she was like, yeah, drink it after, drink it for this whole month. So she told me to drink it, because I only used to drink it during the week of ovulation. And she's like, no, drink it for the whole month. Although I do my one thing, the herbalist did not say to do that. So I went back to the herbalist, and I told her I had HSG done, and I didn't conceive. Excuse me, guys. Okay. And I bought some more herbal tea from her because the boom tea came and finished. And I also bought some the pearls. However, I didn't get to use the pearls because I didn't get to use the pearls because the pearls is to be used after your period. And when I went to get more of the tea, it was in the time that I would not need to use the pearls. So I drink the lot of the tea leading up to my ovulation and during my ovulation. So this is also something that I did different the time that now I'm speaking about when I got a positive test. So the month of getting a positive test, what I did different was I had the HSG done the prior month, and the month of after, which is the month when I get my positive pregnancy test, I did the womb tea. So I drink a lot of warm stuff requested by the doctor who did the HSG, and I did not have intercourse until it was I got the first smiley face. So the morning of the first smiley face and the evening of the first smiley face, I had intercourse. The another day, which was still same smiley face, I did it at intercourse. And the third day, when it was blinking, I had intercourse. But all these times that I had intercourse, I also followed the instruction from the doctor who told me to lay down and not to get up. So morning and evening. So I did that. And also I did differently. I checked my temperature because she told me to do that, to check the temperature and write it down to, to, to see exactly which it will go along with the ovulation date. It will be higher on your ovulation date. The temperature will be higher. And I did it, and it was higher the morning that my temperature was higher. It's my I got that is when I got the solid smiley face and not the blinky smiley faces. I got the solid smiley face, and that is with the purple that was the purple or the ovulation test, the clear blue ovulation test in the purple box. So when I saw that my temp was high and my I got these smileys, I was like, wow. So hubby and I did it, and she told me when it go back to being a solid circle, to have intercourse that day and the day after, and then do not have any intercourse again. So hubby and I follow the rules, the instructions, and yeah, we did it, and we didn't have no intercourse. She also recommended, she asked me to try not to test until I was 10 DPU. Girlies, angels, this was difficult. This was very, very difficult. So I kind of forced myself, and I decided, because I had used a lot of tests and stuff, I decided to hide away the tests out of my sight, out of my head, and I get busy and to get myself distracted, which I did. And the morning of 10 DPU, I used one of these strips. I didn't use I used a strip test, and I didn't use one of the solid, either the clear blue or the first response or anything like that. I used the strip first, and when I used the strip, I saw a line. I saw a little gray line pumping up on the strip, and I was all excited, and I was in the bathroom, and I remember calling my elder daughter at the time, who she was she's 18 years. So she came and she was like, I asked her, I said, your name is Destiny. So I was like, Des, you can see this? And she was like, yes, mommy. And I was like, you sure you can see this? I said, don't make no noise because now I don't want her to make a noise to that hubby know or whatever. And she was like, yes, mommy, I can see it, but it's not that bright, I don't know if it's that light. So now I'm wondering if it is, if it's a good line or not. What I did wrong, angels, I threw away the urine. I don't know, all the other mornings before, prior months before, I never ever got rid of the urine. So angels, I threw away the urine that morning and I was mad. I was like, how could I? What happened? Why did I throw away the urine? And my daughter's like, mommy, it's okay. And I was like, well, okay, I'll just tomorrow. Angels, I was mad, so I didn't test. I wanted to test, but I didn't test. I was like, tomorrow is 11 DPO. I'll just wait until tomorrow and I'll test and I'll use a clear blue and I'll use a first response. And if those show up, I will use one of my digital the digital clear blue test that says pregnant or not pregnant. So I wake up the morning early and I go in the washroom. No, forget alarm. Alarm didn't come because I couldn't sleep good that night, angels. I didn't sleep because I was there and I tried not to tell hubby that I saw some form of line the day before and whatever. So I got up and I gone in the bathroom and I used the washroom and I pull out I had the test on them in a container and I'm watching and then I noticed, well, I have one of these CSC tests, a pregnancy test that named CSC. So I was like, let me dip that first. So I took out the CSC test, I took out one clear blue and I took out one of the first response. I had 2 clear blue, 2 first response and a digital. So, and one of the CSC test. So I took it out and I dip the CSC test first and I turn it down. And I wait. This time I make sure, darlings, angels, I did not throw that urine away. I hold on to that cup of urine and I'm waiting. I'm sitting on the seat with the cup of urine in my hand. It was so funny. I can laugh at it now. And I was like, okay. When I noticed, I was like, but wait, why you sitting with the cup of urine in your hand? You don't dip the test, you put on the test, but you have the cup of urine in your hand. So I got up and I rested down the cup of urine and I washed my hands and I brushed my teeth because now I set my timer for the length of time that they say for this test, it was about 5 minutes you had to wait for the test to process. And I try not to look, I turn over the test and I turn it upside down and I put it back into the package that it came in. And I was just there and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm praying in my mind that nobody want to coming in to use the washroom or hubby and get up or nothing at all like that. And I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm there and I'm waiting and I'm like, Lord, please, I cannot wait another month. I cannot wait another month. I let this be the month. I only have a few more months to go before, and I'm talking to the Lord in the bathroom. And I done brush my teeth, I wash my face and I'm talking to the Lord and I finish. And then the alarm had went off a while, but I was talking to the Lord and I was praying. So I just switched it off and I didn't watch the test then and there. So then, angels, I pull out that SCSC brand test or SCS, whatever its name, test out of the package and I see a solid line and a fade line. And the fade line is where it's supposed to be, but it's a line. And this time I could see it. It's not no squinching, it's not no calling up to the light, it's not no not sure. I can see it. And this time it wasn't gray like all the other times that I had line eyes or whatever or default tests and stuff like that. This time it was pink, just like the other line, but just smaller. So I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I said, wow. And I went and I pulled out the first response and the clear blue regular, not the digital, the regular test. And I dipped both of them together and I pulled them out and I put them down together, facing up. This time I say I'm watching the whole thing. I'm not going to turn it over and set no alarm. I'm going to watch as the urine goes through the facing of the test and into the different section of the test. I'm watching. So I watched it going and then I watching it, and angels, believe it or not, on the clear blue test, it was taking a bit longer, but the first response test, when it went through and it went and it reached a little past the second line, I saw both lines. I was like, ah! And I had also grab my towel and put it over my mouth because I started to scream and I was like, oh shucks, I hope he didn't hear that because the battery was right there and I didn't want him to hear. And I was like, oh, I hope he didn't hear that. And thank God he didn't hear. And I was like, what? And then when I look, I saw it again on the I saw it on the clear blue. Both of them positive. And I was like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Ooh, and I sat and I cried and the tears just keep flowing down my face. And I was like, oh my God. And I tell him thanks. And I was like, God, thanks for answering my prayer because I was talking to you and like, I couldn't do another month. I couldn't do another month. I don't know how I'll get through doing another month and stuff. And I didn't want to reach to 36 and still trying. And, if the HSG didn't work and if what they recommended didn't work and stuff like that. And I had also composed myself. I stayed in the bathroom and I was crying a while. And then I composed myself and I was like, if it's so dark on the first response and it's so dark on the clear blue, let me take one of these strips. And then if the strips is showing up darker, I will take the only, because I only had one, I did only buy one digital. So I was like, because I buy that digital and I prayed over it and I had it a while since the beginning of TTC. I had it because I was like watching videos. I saw, when they surprise their spouse, when they surprise their spouse. So I was like, I'll buy digital to have the pregnant to present it to hubby. And yeah, so I take the regular test. I took the other two because I had two more. I had one more clear blue and one more first response. So I dipped those two. Girlies, angels, the kind of stuff we ladies do. So I dipped those three and I placed them down and I watched them. And the strip test, the first response, and the clear blue, boom, positive. And I was like, oh my God, I am pregnant. I'm going to do this digital. Guess what happened? With all the excitement, guess what happened? Please guess. No, that didn't happen. You know what happened? I spilled the balance of the urine. I spilled it. And I was mad. But I was still happy because I was like, I don't keep a positive. I'm positive, I'm pregnant. I was like, how could you throw away the test, the urine? How could you spill the urine? So I cleaned it up, sanitize up, take all my tests, put it in a Ziploc bag, zip it up, roll it up. And I was like, I need to come out of this bathroom and go get some water because I wanted to tell hubby, and I know myself. Angels, I know myself. I will not have been able to hold that if hubby did leave home and go to work. Girlies, I don't know which one of you like me. Angels, which one of you like me? I can't keep that. I would have. So I was like, okay. I went to get some water and come and check on hubby. Hubby went and shower, get ready for work. I'm watching him. My other children got up. They getting ready for school. I'm watching them, and I was like, oh, gosh, what to do. Then I wanted to use the bathroom, so I rushed into the bathroom, and I had the clear blue digital there already. So I opened the packet and I dipped it and I put it down, and I'm waiting. And I'm in the bathroom and I'm waiting and I'm nervous and I'm waiting and I'm nervous. And my sister came in and I showed her first. I showed my sister first. And she was like, oh, you did it. You did it. I'm so happy. And stuff like that. Because she was staying with me at the time. And she was like, I'm so happy. You're pregnant. Congratulations. Karen's going to go wild. And then my big daughter came in and she was like, what's going on with all of that? And then she saw it and I was like, now I tell her, as I stated in my introduction video, I have 2 daughters. So I was like, don't make no noise for Emmy to hear. That's my second daughter. So I was like, don't make no noise for she to hear because she's a sellout, Anna. She does sell out everything. So I was like, don't make no noise for she to hear because she's going to tell hubby before we get a chance to do anything. So she was like, well, okay, and thing. And she was my big daughter and I was right in the bathroom when I dipped the digital. So I dipped it and I pull it out and I see pregnant. And she, when it come up, it was pregnant and we did jump it up. It's like, oh my, she's like, mommy, I get a baby. And I was like, yeah, we got a baby. It's a new baby. And we was all excited and I was like, so I had bought something. That's baby in the background. If you all hear him, he's trying. I'm wrapping up this live video soon, so you know I'll take him over. He wants his mom, so yeah. So I think now, and I tried to tell my daughter, say try and get Papa that to go in the bathroom because we need to set up. I want to surprise him or something for him. I need to surprise him. Try and tell him to go to the washroom. And she had went to the washroom earlier and showered, so we didn't know what to tell him. So I did, and I tell her, I say, well, tell him that mommy want him to go wash out the bucket, wash out the mop bucket and stuff for her to tidy up the house today, right? Or something. But it so happened that before we could have get to tell him, or she could have tell him, he come knocking on the door and he asked he wanted to use the washroom before he go to work. Or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but he wanted to go to something in the washroom. So we take and we grab up everything and I take the test and I stick it in my clothes and I gone in the room. I open the door and anything. And I tell my daughter, the big one, I say, stay calm because she only giggling. She was so excited, so she was already giggling. So I tell her, say, stay calm. And I told her, I say, come and watch out for him for when he come in back into the room to knock the door. So I will hear the knock for when he knocked the door to come in. And I set up a cute little box with a cute little teddy bear and the positive pregnancy test and stuff. And I sit and I'm waiting for him to come. You know, I there waiting, thinking the man gonna come back just so. I sit down there. The man take a good 5 minutes. Well, it seems like an hour to me because I like, what you doing so long in the washroom? What you doing so long? Because I'm excited, Angels. At this time, I'm just static and I want to see his face. As I tell her, like, I can keep it. I can let him go to work and come back and keep that. I kept all the gifts and things that I bought secret already for when it is I do conceive to surprise him. But I know I can let him go to work and come back and knowing I don't get a positive pregnancy test. And Angels, he came in and he saw it on the bed and he just started to giggle and he was laughing and he didn't know if to cry or what to do with himself, and he was watching me and watching him and he was like, I know that's up to something, you know, I know it's up to something. And I was like, here, what, you didn't know nothing, you had no clue, you was asleep when I did the test. And my daughter's always coming in the bathroom and I'm in the bathroom. So you didn't know nothing. You're just trying to say you know. And you know, he trying to say, oh, he know he did it this month and it was, he didn't know this. I was like, no, you had no clue because you didn't even say anything like that. You understand? We didn't even discuss anything like that. And Angels, that is how I got my positive pregnancy test at 35 years. It was a journey. It was a journey, and that is just the beginning of the journey. So this is part 1 of how I conceived at 35 years, my TTC journey, the highs and the lows. And I just want to tell you all, do not give up. If you all are trying, stay faithful, stay strong, stay positive, and Angels, you will see me soon with part 2 to this video. If you like what you heard, if you want to hear more about my story of conceiving, and if you want to hear my pregnancy journey story, please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm a new baby YouTuber and I am so excited to share my journey, my stories with y'all, and I'm looking forward to sharing. This is so fun. If you all have any questions, comment it down below and I will respond. If you all want, if it is you all want me to answer anything, if you are trying currently and you want have any questions on what I did or in-depth details on certain things, feel free to comment down below and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Please do like, subscribe and put on your notification bell for more. Bye, Angels.